What's going on in housing market in Greenville, North Carolina in July 2024?
So every single month we look at what is going on right here in our market and say what is going on with the housing market with the real numbers and the data instead of just, the national news says the interest rates are such and such. No, we want to know what is going on here in this area. How long is it taking to sell homes? How much is it taking to buy homes? What is going on with the active, the under contract, and the recently sold? Because all of this is data points and it gives you a lot of information to decide for yourself if you want to buy a home or sell a home.
Exactly. Therefore, inventory is one of the important factors that driving force of the market and includes of active homes and pending or under the contract. And saying that in Greenville, North Carolina, we had 233 homes in June 2024 that just we finished. And in May 2024, this number was 217. And last year in June 2023, this number was 103 homes, which brings us to more than 126% of active homes.
That's a lot of active homes that went listed. Now, with pending homes, these are ones under contract in June 2024, and don't forget it takes 30 days to close on a house, typically if they're using a mortgage. So 113 days for under contract for the month of June, which just happened. The month before that was 110. Last year at this time, 89. So you can see it is up 27% from last year, and it is a little bit month over month.
Therefore, the market actually is moving faster based on this
not
number.
Necessarily.
And then on the other side, also for the inventory, we need to have also part of the equation number of the sold home. What is the number of the sold home in the market?
So recently sold homes in the last 30 days was 85. The month before that was 108. Last year at this time was 130. That is actually down 34.6%, which then means if we look active plus under contract pending divided by sold homes, this gives us an inventory rate. What happened to the inventory rate?
Inventory rate. Based on this calculation, we have 4.1 months of the inventory. And if you look at the May 2024 and months before that, that number was 3 months and 303 months, which we increased actually from that month. And last year, this number was 1.48 months, which brings us to more than 177%, which is a really big shift.
This tells you a really inventory number. Typically, they say under 6 is a seller's market, over 6 is a buyer's market. So we're still in a seller's market. However, there's a lot of data that's showing that this inventory rate is shifting. Now, before we get into days on market and more information that you need to make your full decision, we're going to do our introduction. Let's hit it. Hi, it's Alan Victoria. Welcome to our channel and podcast.
And if this is your first time in our podcast and YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and get notified.
Also, you call text all the time, 252-327-3357. We love talking to you. Don't be shy. Also, grab our buyer's guide and seller's guide in the description below. Now, with days on market, what is that?
Now, as we said, also one of the factors that is important in the market is how market fast is moving. And average days in the market in Greenville, North Carolina in June 2024, just we finished, was 40 days in the average days in the market.
And the month before that was also 40, and the year before that was actually 84. So it is actually a 52% change from last year at this time.
Exactly, it got shorter. And then absorption rate at the other side also.
We do list price. We never do absorption. List,
okay.
Median list and median sold price. Median list price is something that is when they put it in the MLS, how much your house is worth, how much they're going to sell it for versus how much it actually sold for. And this is typically never the same house. So don't think 123 Main Street sold for this number and then suddenly they got such a deal or that was so much more because of that number. That's typically not the same house.
And surprisingly, these two numbers actually is the same this month,
yes, but that's
which is
not
one of the
normal
exceptions and is not normal. And in June 2024, that just we closed, the median list price was $269,900. And months before that, in May 2024, this number again was $269,900. And in June 2023, last year was $312,200, which we had 13.55% decrease from last June to this June.
Now, with the recently sold price, it was $269,900. My husband gave you the preview. The month before that was $272,800, and the year before that was $281,500. So it's actually down 4.12%. But don't think this is affecting your appreciation because that is a different different calculation. So that's not the middle number on a spreadsheet, but we're going to get into all of that more. But first we have to talk about how much price per square foot.
Exactly. Therefore, if you wanted to know down and dirty way of calculating a price of a home, not the value of the home, in the months of the July, which we have the data for months of June, we're going to tell you that price per square feet for all brand new homes, which in Greenville includes a townhouse, condo, and single family home, was how much?
$154 for brand new.
Yes.
For pre-owned, it was
$153 per square feet.
Now, if we just pull out and only look at single family homes, for brand new homes, it's $156 a square foot. What about previously
And you
owned?
just focus on not brand new home, pre-owned home, single family, $158. Of course, it depends on the location, the status of the house, and how much upgraded of the house is. This is just a down and dirty way of calculating the price of the home.
Now, before we can leave inventory entirely, we like to also talk about and get to appreciation. We also like to talk about how much of the inventory is new construction, how much of this inventory is pre-owned. And this is a newer number that we've been collecting, but in June 2024, all new construction was 3.9 months of supply of all. The month before that was 3.8. What about previously owned?
And previously owned last month, or we just closed in June 2024, was 1.8 months of supply, and May 2024 this number was 1.5 months, which brings us of 20% increase. Of course, a small number, big change.
Okay, so mean home value. Mean is where the appreciation comes in because they're factoring, it's a weighted average. So they're factoring out the mansions, they're factoring out the shacks and trying to give us a mean number so you can look at year over year change. And this is going to tell us what the appreciation value is. So you want to tell us what the mean was?
Exactly. The mean was in June 2024, this number was $239,422. In May 2024, these numbers look like $238,498. And in June 2023, this number was $226,589, which brings us to how much appreciation?
A 5.7% appreciation for all homes in the Greenville area for all of last year.
Exactly.
Now, the other thing we need to talk about is the rental market. Now, with the rental market, we just look at the median, and the median value for median rent for all is $1,400. It goes up to $5,400 now, and this is a year-over-year change of $50. Now, if you're a home buyer or you're thinking about buying a home and you're paying $1,400 or more, maybe we aren't talking about the mansion that we are going to buy, but we are talking about affordability, and you can afford to buy a home if this is what you're already paying. You might say, oh, my credit's bad. There are solutions for that. Everything is, if you have a desire for something and you want to make it happen, you will make it happen. And so that is really what happens. If you want to buy a home because it's just your time, it's your time. It doesn't matter what the market is doing. You will find a way because it is your time to find a way.
On the other side, if you're a home seller, look at the numbers. Still, we are 4.9 months of the inventory rate.
4.1.
Which is still below the 6 months of the inventory. And also the appreciation was 5.7%, and the rental market is warm for Greenville, North Carolina. Of course, in the other video, also we're gonna address what's going on in whole market in Greenville, North Carolina, and we're looking forward to talk to you. And we want you to actually connect with us, Alan Victoria, Pinder real estate agent professional in Pitt County, North Carolina. We love to help you, either home buyers or home sellers.
At 252-327-3357 for the podcast. And also, like this video.